We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
We will shut you down. We will cite you. And if we need to, we will arrest you and we will take you to jail. Period.
I wasn't thinking of the Bill of Rights when we did this.
But no amendment to the Constitution is absolute.
God actually spoke to me. He spoke about sacredness. He said to me, Kim, what I place in many, many people is sacred. And if anybody touches what is sacred to me, then it is the end for them. So what I've done in the United States of America is sacred. And there are people on every side that are trying to destroy what I deem sacred. And it's not going to happen.
This is the definition of criminal conspiracy, racketeering, and collusion. This is not a theory. This is evidence.
Because I have upheld this country to spread the light to the rest of the world. When you choose to go against the sacred thing that God put into the very heart and the soil of this nation, this was sacred to God.
This Reawaken tour is literally what it means. It has reawakened the American heart.
Hey, Flyover family, we are backstage at the Reawaken America event in Branson, Missouri. And we actually have Amanda Grace on stage right now, but we were able to get the para-killer, Dr. Jason Dean, with us today. We're so excited. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I'm back on the stage. This is so much fun.
Oh my gosh, isn't this a blast?
I love conversations with you because it like shocks
It
people.
freaks you out.
Freaky, all kind of freaky stuff. Got Amanda Grace out there. She can probably cast demons out of people and anything else. But you got
You're
other things to
casting
cast.
parasites
You're
out of
casting
people.
parasites.
Spiritual demons and physical demons.
That's right,
Now,
exactly.
we actually had a conversation in the green room earlier and having a cup of coffee. We're talking.
Right.
You mentioned this idea of toxicity,
Yeah.
and you know, parasites obviously are a manifestation of that. You know, matter of fact, for almost 30 years, I was sleeping with a woman that had parasites.
Sad, but right now I'm doing my cleanse. I'm almost done. I'm only 2 days from being finished with my first cleanse.
Yes.
We're almost 2 days to a parasite-free marriage.
Exactly, yes.
Working on it.
And so, but you actually brought up this idea of there's such a high level of toxicity coming in from everything, the
Yes.
food, all this kind of stuff, but even vaccine shedding and all these kind of things that people, it actually interferes with their reception of even being able to even hear God's voice because we're so disconnected from how we're wired to connect spiritually.
100%. I did a podcast on this.
That's mind-blowing.
Over a year
It is.
ago. Over a year ago. And it's actually, from a chiropractic standpoint, that's kind of our philosophy. So they actually used to yell at chiropractors because they called it like a religion. It's not a religion. But what we used to say is the brain is literally your antenna, right? Your antenna to out there where God is,
Yep.
right? Out in the universe. And so we are a terminal to pull this stuff in. Like we hear a lot about people having trouble, and we talked about like anxiety,
Yep.
depression,
Yep.
things like this, especially the last couple of years with COVID, right?
Right.
People are driven down. They're
Mhm.
not able to think. You hear a lot of people that they don't believe they're hearing from God. They're not getting any prayers answered. Part of that is toxicity, just straight up. I mean, it's toxic air. We have chemtrails all over the place. They're trying to block out the sun. They admit that now.
Yeah.
We have toxic water.
Yep.
There's medications, psychotropic drugs, birth control in the water
Yep,
system.
exactly.
Right. So we're taking all this in, and you know it doesn't taste bad. So we think it's all clean. It's fine. In reality, toxic organs, toxic liver, toxic brain. All of a sudden, the mental aspect of life comes down. So people go, I'm not hearing God. I'm not communicating. I'm in this depression. Well, your brain is not connected. We're literally being disconnected from our Creator.
Well, just think, what would our marriage be like if I was sitting there with headphones on all the time?
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, I mean, I might be able to catch a little bit,
Right.
but I would be so far removed from really being able to hear her voice.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. And
Hear
have
the
that
voice.
connection. It's so interesting because we were having this conversation because I don't know if it's the parasite cleanse, it might be both, or the brain candy that we've
Yes.
talked about before on our show. But there is a clarity of thought that I haven't experienced in a long time.
It's actually becoming detrimental to me. It's working against me.
You were just like
she's so
like
sharp.
my family at home. That's why we get along so well, because it's exact conversations we would have at
She's
home.
more than I can handle now mentally.
Yeah, I tell you, but it is interesting because I was even telling David, there's been times in the past where I can't even find words that I'm looking for, or I go into a room and I'm like, what am I doing in this room? And it was happening more than it should be happening at my age. So I'm like, why is this happening? Well, once I started the parasite cleanse and I did start the brain candy at the same time, there is a huge difference.
So it's twofold, and it's great you bring that up because we talked about that before. And when I actually told you guys about the BCATP, which is we call it brain candy, it's almost hard to believe that we can raise that conscious level, the clarity, and people talk about brain fog all the time. Now, twofold though. We have parasites. So the parasites are in the gut. A lot of them go in the gut. They're in different parts of the body as well. Like people can have them in the eyes and brain, etc. But in the gut, our neurotransmitters are made in the gut. Those neurotransmitters, the neurons up here, that helps things connect. So if your gut is loaded with parasites and those neurotransmitters are being gobbled up by a predator, essentially, your brain is not getting the fuel that it needs to operate. On top of that, we have what's called mitochondria. It's a popular term today in healthcare. Every single cell in your body have mitochondria in it. Those are the engines of your cell, but they also give out something called ATP, hence the BCATP product, that makes you have energy, right? Your brain has the most ATP of any organ in the human body because of how much we think, what we do, our motor skills, our sensory skills. So what happened is we're starting to put that back in. That allows your body to not only have energy, but also to start having energy to heal. People need energy to heal. You hear people that sit at home all day. Some people don't get out of bed. They need energy just to heal. So you're actually experiencing that energy kick up, but that brings in that mental clarity, and I guarantee the mood goes up as well.
Oh, it's interesting. Okay, and then I don't have it on the table here, but the Para 3, which is the drops that you put in the water, we actually like the way it tastes, which is really interesting, but we really do like the way it tastes.
The first couple of times, it's kind of, what is this?
What is it?
I didn't have a category for it, and now you kind of crave it for
kind of
water
crave
you
it,
drink.
which is interesting. So it obviously helps us with the detox, but you were talking about how it helps to build up your immunity as well.
Absolutely. So what's in there? There's actually a thing called tansy root in it. It's one of the many herbs in there. And you go back, we actually study these herbs going all the way back, the ancient origins, and they used this for immune system back then. They used it for rheumatism.
Really?
So we have a rheumatoid arthritis problem big time in this country today. Well, why is it rheumatoid arthritis? Well, rheumatoid arthritis comes from the spleen. The spleen is a blood cleansing organ, right?
Wow.
But what happens is it's also so blood cleansing is immune system. Well, that goes down. This tansy root goes in and starts cleaning stuff out. So it will actually help your immune system come up. So when people were struggling with the vaccine, that not getting it, but the shedding of the vaccine, our office, my whole family, we were using Para 3 around the clock just to keep our immune system up from people shedding on us.
Wow, that is so interesting.
Let's go into the key word, the elephant in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Parasites.
Yes.
So these actually are little creatures,
absolutely,
that are living in your body, that are feasting on you, and they thrive on sugars.
Yes, absolutely, carbohydrates.
And they grow and multiply.
Yes.
And nest and lay eggs. Walk us through that process.
Like 2,000 eggs a day or something like that?
Yeah, so some of them up to 20,000 eggs a day. We did that one video.
So if you're home today, just think there might be 20,000 new parasitic eggs laid in your body every single day.
So
these are things like Adam and Eve probably didn't worry about.
Yeah, no.
You know, that weren't a problem.
So
it's like this.
The fall, right? The fall.
Yep.
We have the fall. Now with the fall, we have these psychopaths, as I call them, running the planet, right?
Yep.
Pollution of everything. When you have a weak, so the earth is a living thing, right?
Yeah.
The symbiotic relationship, they call it Mother Earth, a lot of people call it, right? It's because it's a living thing. Our soil is living, right?
Sure.
So what happens if you start pushing toxins into the soil, into the rain, into the water, into the air, right? Your immune system of your planet goes down, which means these parasites start taking over more and more and more.
Oh, man.
That translates into us as well.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so what's the difference though between, like, say, digestive enzymes and probiotics and things that you do want in versus negative things that are working in a bad way, and how do you balance those out?
So the problem with these parasites is, so we need good enzymes. Actually, our food should have the enzymes we need. Unfortunately, our food is somewhat dead now.
Pop-Tarts
so
and
enzymes
whatnot.
are good, right? Your microbiota, your microbiome, right? Your prebiotic, probiotic. Now, those are good. I'm not gonna slam them. However, a lot of people are taking so many probiotics out there, but really you're feeding the parasites. You must kill the parasitic issue first because they're gobbling everything up.
Yep.
Remember, parasites, they're a host, right? They want to take over. So they're taking from us what they need first priority because it goes in your gut. They're getting it before you get it. And here, I'll drop this one. So I always make,
That's so gross, man.
So I'll
so
even drop
disgusting.
it. I'll even drop this. And this is a key to what happened with COVID. We actually have the Merck manuals at home. And the
Yeah.
Merck manuals are actually very smart. They're very intelligent, right? Every single virus is a parasite, and Merck says that themselves.
Oh man.
So in reality, what's happening is the more toxic we become, which I don't like, but we need to clean up as a society.
Right.
We need to. You want to get closer to God? Let's start getting this physical body cleaned up first,
This is
and
so
then let
good.
that naturally come back
Yeah.
in. But we must clean up our earth. We must clean up ourselves. It's funny. I always say, liberals think I'm conservative. Conservatives think I'm liberal because I'm in that middle where we have a planet. We have to take care of
Sure,
our
of course
environment.
we
We
do.
shouldn't be polluting stuff.
God's given it to
right?
us to
I don't,
take
I don't
care
know how
of.
the left got this title of like, we're here to save the planet.
know,
They
what-
meet in Davos and pat each other on the back for being so environmentally friendly. You know, I grew up on a farm.
Absolutely.
Everyone I knew grew up on a farm. They cared about the land,
Of course
its
they
rotation,
do.
everything happened more than any liberal.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, more than Pelosi or anybody else that you hear talk about these
That's
things.
right.
They really care about it. It is a naturally conservative value to take personal responsibility for the ground that feeds you.
Yes.
I don't even know where we lost that.
I don't know how that
I
became
don't know
a
how
left thing.
that happened.
It's true.
I don't know how that
Because
That's
that
a
because
great point.
we're
they stole it like the rainbow and everything else.
oh,
Yep.
they literally invert
Yeah.
every single thing. And so our goal is let's clean everything up. Let's clean people up.
Yes.
I mean, what you have here, it's interesting because we have a microbiome in our body, right? This is symbiotic to the earth,
Yep.
the soil, right? This is carbon technology. The same thing that's in our soil is supposed to be in us. So like that para 1, that goes in and it literally paralyzes the parasites
Okay.
and helps start pushing them out of the intestines.
Wow.
Para 2 builds up that gut bacteria, kills off the remainder, and then biotoxin binder is literally just what it says. Biotoxins, you've just killed off stuff, bind them up and release them
Get 'em
out of
out.
the system.
Release the Kraken. Kafush.
I mean, it really is. It's coming back to detox the body, drain the body properly, pull this stuff out, and then build it up. When you build us up, you also build the soil up.
That's
Because we
so
can't live
good.
with this soil the way it is. We have to build the whole thing up.
Yep. Okay, so when people go to parakiller.com, which is the site
Yes.
that we've given you for this,
It's just easier to find.
exactly,
Parakiller.com.
what do they do and what's the process they walk
Yeah,
through?
no, great question. So our goal is to help everybody from beginning to end. We want to take healthcare and make it what it's supposed to be, not sick care, prevention, right?
Yep.
So you go in there. There's a couple different levels, right? So you can get the para 1, para 2 biotoxin binder on the first page. If you want to level up, you can do para 3, bowel mover, things like that. But the first 3 will get you a great start, right?
Okay.
So you go in there. From there, you're going to get emails. When you get the email, we actually pull you into a group. So we want to make sure
Wow.
you're taken care of. We have a group in there where it's not just myself and the team. It's other people who are going through the same cycle
Okay.
that you are right
Yep.
now, right? And they're going to go in there. You might have questions. You might be a little scared. You might see some pictures and go, "Oh my gosh, is that going to come out of me?" Right? Right?
Yeah.
Get people on your staff
Right.
and people in their answered
Yeah,
questions
but you have
and
a
comment.
family in there. People who've already been through it. People are going to go through it with you, plus the staff who've seen everything. We're going to get you through it. So any questions you have, please put them in there. We actually want to help you because ultimately, most people have been left behind by the medical complex. They're
Yeah.
left behind to be drugged, and unfortunately, many die. We need to change this to lifting people up, education, gaining knowledge, putting good products in their hands that aren't full of heavy metals and toxins, and helping them actually
on.
heal again.
That is so good. And then they can use promo code FLYOVER
Yes.
when they go there. What do they get when they use the promo code
I think they get a
FLYOVER?
big discount from what
That's
I'm
what
told.
I thought too. You guys have done
Yes.
such a great job for the Flyover family.
And then we're going to keep educating. So this is the other thing. Stay on those lists because we want to just keep educating more information out to
Yep.
you. We come on the show, do things with you
Yep.
guys. When you gain knowledge, you gain responsibility back.
Yeah.
Yep,
And,
it's
and
so
once you
true.
have that knowledge, you're responsible for yourselves better. You're responsible for your family and community better.
Yep.
That's how you lift a nation back up.
And I think it's really important that our minds have to be thinking straight correctly at this time. And if we can get these parasites cleaned out, if
Yes.
we can use this brain candy, to be able to help us in this time, this is what we're called to do right now. It's so important.
Not walking around a
Absolutely.
funk, cloudy,
No.
depressed. That doesn't sound like the
Having
hitting off the tail.
anxiety?
That doesn't sound
No.
like, hey,
It's
I'm
not victorious.
I'm here to lead.
No.
that sounds like a defeated people.
That's right.
And we're called to be better.
We are
That's right.
we are a nation of spirituality. Our founders put this country in place based on God, based on creation.
Yeah.
And right now we have so many people, I see this every day. We have so many people struggling with mental health issues, anxiety, depression, people who literally want to kill themselves. Like
sad.
that
It is.
that breaks my heart
Yep.
every day.
Yep.
We must change that, and we must save our children.
Yep.
Because if our children are not taken care of, if our children are not healthy, what do we have?
That's
We don't
right.
have anything.
That's
You guys have
exactly
the
right.
answers.
You do, and you even have things for kids.
Absolutely, we have a parasite protocol for kids on the channel. Once you go into that link that they have,
Parakiller.com.
Yep.
you'll see the other stuff. We have Parasite Killer. We also have an autism heavy metal protocol, which pulls the heavy metals out.
Good.
We just start bringing children's quality of life back up who've been affected by vaccines and other
Yeah,
problems.
I love it. Dr. Jason D, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. You guys are like family. I love it. And anything we can do to help, let us know.
Are you having a hard time sleeping at night, thinking, what are you going to do about your finances?
If you went back to 1920 and you had a $20 bill and you had 1 ounce of gold, you could go into a men's clothing store and you could buy an entire suit, the jacket, shoes, pants, belt, everything. Today, what would that $20 bill buy you? You couldn't buy a handkerchief for the $20 bill, but that 1 ounce of gold would still buy you, even today, it would buy you an entire men's suit, shoes, belt, pants, jacket, everything. That's the difference. But today, that change is happening faster than ever.
And we know a guy by the name of Dr. Kirk Elliott that we've known for over 25 years. He has 2 PhDs.
This is who we're actually using. This is who our friends and family are using. And he's a guy we trust completely. And in today's era, you need somebody you trust. So go to flyovergold.com and learn how to protect yourself against an inflating dollar.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
We will shut you down. We will cite you. And if we need to, we will arrest you and we will take you to jail. Period.
I wasn't thinking of the Bill of Rights when we did this.
But no amendment to the Constitution is absolute.
God actually spoke to me. He spoke about sacredness. He said to me, Kim, what I place in many, many people is sacred. And if anybody touches what is sacred to me, then it is the end for them. So what I've done in the United States of America is sacred. And there are people on every side that are trying to destroy what I deem sacred. And it's not going to happen.
This is the definition of criminal conspiracy, racketeering, and collusion. This is not a theory. This is evidence.
Because I have upheld this country to spread a light to the rest of the world. When you choose to go against the sacred thing that God put into the very heart and the soil of this nation, this was sacred to God.
This Reawaken tour is literally what it means. It has reawakened the American heart.
For more great content, go to flyoverconservatives.com.